It could have been the final straw that broke the camel's back, but though frustrated, CORD now says the referendum push is still intact and will now be people-driven. Opposition leaders claiming that IEBC is irredeemably compromised.
We, the leadership of Okoa, Kenya, are now left with no option but to return back to the very cadre that gives power to all other state organs in Kenya, and that is the people of Kenya.
Determined to push through the Okoa Kenya initiative, CORD says it will pull all stops to ensure the initiative sails through. Nonetheless, the opposition appears to be at crossroads, only telling their supporters to wait for directions on the way forward.
We are going to run our agenda with no limit as to our options: judicial, extrajudicial, legal, extra-legal.
As Jubilee and as IEBC, that this is now the real start of the struggle to finally liberate this country.
Claims by Jubilee that CORD would not meet the 1 million signature threshold have now convinced the opposition that Jubilee has express access to IEBC matters, and that the electoral body's announcement last night was engineered by a government wary of a referendum campaign by CORD ahead of the general election next year.
The popular initiative is here to stay, and nobody can stop it. But for a start, IEBC have now proved, as you have said, beyond reasonable doubt, that they are part and parcel of Jubilee.
IEBC nonetheless is adamant that it acted within the law in shooting down the Okoa Kenya initiative. The electoral agency cited numerous omission mistakes in the signature collections. Out of the 1.6 million signatures presented by CORD, only 1.2 signatures were duly accepted, bearing names, ID or passport numbers, and requisite signatures. A further analysis of the 1.2 million signatures, 741,979 signatures were rejected on account of repeated data, duplication of ID or passport numbers bearing different names, and records not appearing in the IEBC database. This leaving only 891,598 valid votes for the Okoa Kenya movement. After suffering a setback in the Okoa Kenya movement, the CORD brigade now wants the disbandment of the IEBC, saying the electoral agency cannot be trusted as an ample umpire in the forthcoming general election. Samogina, Citizen TV, Parliament.